There are not many people who like to think about dying, but you can make things much easier on your family by making a few plans ahead of time. Robin Craig is dedicated to helping widows navigate life after losing their husbands. Good morning, and thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, it's been a year. Last year you had a special day in the city of Houston.
Yes, Help a Widow Day. Former Mayor Bill White proclaimed Help a Widow Day, and I'm just working to bring acknowledgement to widowhood. People act like it never happens.
But it is a very emotional time when you experience a death in the family. It can be very traumatic. But you have to do certain things in order to keep your sanity and also keep your affairs in line.
Yes, to prepare for it is really important. And we don't like to think about it. We all tend to think we're going to be 120 and die in our sleep, but that's not reality. So it's important to focus on it and to plan for it to make it as easy as possible on your loved ones when your time comes.
Now, you have a list of things that need to be handled, and we're going to start with buying life insurance.
Yes, when you lose a spouse, you typically lose their income, yet your monthly bills remain the same. So if you have life insurance, that can allow you to keep your same lifestyle and send your kids to college, all the things that you would do if your spouse were living.
But what about legal documents? You have to take care of those things ahead of time as well.
I tell you, Jose, it's not like the cowboy days. They used to just dig a hole, put the body in it, cover it with rocks, make 2 sticks into a cross, stick it in the ground, and ride away. It's not like that anymore. And it's important to have a last will and testament to allocate the disbursement of your estate. You need a power of attorney to designate someone to act on your behalf as your agent in the event you become incapacitated. You also need a living will which states your desire to not have your life prolonged in the event that you become severely disabled or suffer from a terminal illness. And you also need a HIPAA form, HIPPA, which stands for the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, and that says who you want to have access to your health care information.
Okay, now, what about organ donations? Because that's become really, the awareness about organ donations have really cropped up a lot within the past 10 years to 20.
Yes, it's huge, and it's a decision that is very, very timely. You have to make it immediately when you're at your most distraught point in life. But if you talk about it previously, before someone dies, it allows you to make the decision easier. And the best thing to do is just to have it put on your driver's license. I did that this year, and I have a cute little red heart that says donor on it, so I've just removed that responsibility from my family.
No one wants to really think about death, but it's best to plan ahead for a funeral?
Yes, if you can prepay your funeral and decide what you want. People often think, I'm going to be cremated, it's easy, but there are still so many questions. What do you want done with the ashes? Do you want to sprinkle them? Do you want some to keep them? If so, whom? Do you want to put your ashes in a wooden box or an urn? Do you want to buy a little locket or a bracelet to keep some of the ashes? I mean, there are so many issues with what seems so simple. So if you pre-plan it, you not only make those decisions, but you lock in today's rates, which is important because the costs continue to rise.
And for you as an individual, what is one of the most important things to do about living your life?
I believe that you have to live every day as if it were your last, because one day it will be. It's important to tell people you love them, to not harbor anger and resentment, to truly live life to the fullest, and prepare for the next life.
How about empowerment for yourself since the last time you were here?
Oh my goodness, Jose, I've done so many things I can't even tell you, but I am most proud of this critter epidemic that I had living in my attic this year. And my widowhood empowerment has been catching 4 possums and 2 raccoons, and my neighbor Cindy and I drive down to the local reservoir and we let them go back into the wild. And I'm so proud to say that I've done it with 10 perfect solar nails.
Robin Craig, thank you so very much for joining us here.
Thank
you.
And
you have a blog with a local newspaper.
Yes, Today's Widow. I write for the Houston Chronicle, so people can check me out and find information, and they can comment back to me. And I also have a website, Robin Craig Direct, if someone would like to get involved in this work that I'm doing with the widows and to help in any way that they can.
Well, the best of luck, and thank you for joining us here on Fox 26 Morning News.
Thank you. It's great seeing you again.
Likewise, likewise.